Story. There was a time when one of the producers I worked with is from South Africa. His name is Mpumi Dlamini.
Okay.
And he does a lot of scoring, film scoring.
Okay.
And there was a day he just said, "Bro, are you able to come up with a track that I can put in a film? Just an African song."
Okay.
And I started thinking of what I could possibly write about.
Okay.
To make this. I like music that actually carries a story with it.
Okay.
So the story behind the song is that I then thought of my daughter, my little girl. She's the sweetest thing ever. And I remember the first time I held her in my hands, I just fell in love instantly. And yeah, the words of the song say, "Ndanyura mururu." Ndakatonyura, I sank in deep, and I don't think I can be rescued from that one. So that's how I then came up with the song. I had already gotten an instrumentation before, which is what the first half of the song is. It was actually a different song, so I then converted it into this Kanjiwa song, which talks about my love for my daughter and how much deep in love I then became. And now, at the launch, I actually also dedicated it to someone that I have now fallen in love with again. I found love again.
Oh, wonderful.
And, yeah, by the grace of God.
Yes, it's always about God.
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey with her also. And she's also actually really helped me to embrace the past and what happened and the loss, but also be able to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's love that I could actually experience at a deeper and a greater level, even through the loss that I have gone through.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We're happy for you, aren't we?
Definitely.
Yes. You know, the grace of God is always there for His children. All right, the track that's playing right now in the background is called "King of Glory." I've listened to that one, and it's a great track. All right, on your musical journey, apart from parents not understanding and all that, those challenges, right? Any other challenges, because most of the artists that we are inviting in this place, they are always facing some challenges in distribution and marketing of the music, airplay, and doing live shows and videos and all that. It's always the finances. How is it with you? Any challenges that you have experienced, that you could like to share with us or to the listeners out there who are also inspired to get into music?
Okay, so I think the bulk of musicians don't have the funds.
That's true.
It's rare to find someone who does have the funds. I know very few examples, and I haven't come across these people a lot in the industry who actually have the funds to just part with for their things. I even didn't have any money at all for the album launch that we've just done, and it was a big budget. So what I think is the greater challenge, it's not the funds. It's not the money. What I have seen for myself to be the greatest challenge has been my mind. It's been getting my mind to that place where I can express the music in the best way that I've received it. It's been how to harness my mind to go past the challenges, because it's almost naive to assume the challenges we face are the problem, because at the end of the day, everyone who's ever achieved anything did it in the face of so many challenges. So the problem is in the mind. It's in how to navigate around those problems. It's how someone said something interesting yesterday about water. That water flows. It doesn't stop flowing. If it gets to a mountain, it will find its path around the mountain. So our job is to find our path around the mountain of finances, around the mountain of lack of distribution. If there's no platform, you create the platform. And the problem is that we have limits on our own minds that then stop us at the ceiling level of what we've always known or what we've been exposed to. But there's something above the ceiling. like right now in this room that we're at, there's something else about the ceiling. But if I came in here oblivious to what's around me, I would just assume it's really just where we're at. So I think the greatest challenge, even including myself, has been how to harness the opportunities that are actually there, how to go around the problems that may be there. For me, the budget, I can't put the figures here, but it was tens of thousands of dollars to put up the launch. And if I was limited to what I've been exposed to, it would have been my wallet, and opening it, I probably would have found a $20 note, and it wouldn't have been enough. So I had to appeal to relationships that I have in the industry. I had to appeal to people who actually just bought the vision of what we were trying to do, people who understood. And sometimes money is not necessarily the dollar, that $100 bill. Sometimes money is a security company that's coming to offer their service.
Wow.
Sometimes it's a friend that has great photography skills, and they're coming on board to give you value that sometimes even money can't buy, because once you have someone's heart, they'll give you beyond what you would have paid them for. So it's not always the money. Even just having a brilliant idea, someone can come on board with their amazing service to help propel your vision on the basis that your idea makes sense, your story makes sense. Your story is actually spreading the kingdom agenda, because there are also kingdom people, kingdom-minded people who are willing to partner with anything that furthers the agenda of the kingdom of God. And we can't always sit back and make it seem like we are doomed. There's no hope for us. There's no entry point for us into the market. And yet, if your story is really watertight, like what Pastor Zef Shamba said, if your story is watertight, if your story makes sense, if your story ministers to the heart of the next person, you will have them. So I think the greatest challenge is really the mind, harnessing the mind, being able to go past the challenges, being able to navigate past our mountains, where you can climb above the mountain, you climb it. Where you can go around it, you go around it. Where God just literally pulls down the mountain and it becomes plain ground, God does that for you. So I believe that's where our challenge is.